What is up, everyone, and welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. You have your normal Wednesday team. You have myself, AlphaDog Bets, here with my guy, JD, from Line Movers. JD, how are you today, brother?
What's going on, man? Doing good. Actually doing really good. Today was one of those days where I got up early and have gotten a lot done. So those are always good days, and happy for a bunch of other reasons, and a few of those we will be getting into soon. So
yes,
how are you doing?
I'm good for a lot of those other reasons you're talking about, JD, that we'll be able to dive into hopefully early next week. But I'm doing very well today, man. I'm super pumped for today's slate. Super pumped to get some winners, and super pumped that we have some early baseball to dive into. JD, I love some early summertime baseball to carry us to the evening slate, so I am very, very excited for that. Let's jump over to the comments. Patty's Picks is here saying, what's up? We appreciate you, Patty, for tuning in as always. Brucey, our guy, oh, I skipped it because we had another comment come in from our guy, Casper. I'll get to that in a second. But Brucey is here as always. He likes the over in the Yankees game. We are covering the Yankees game, so we will talk about that. Joseph is here. Stetsy boy, did you know the Brewers have not lost a Quinn Priester start since May? Well, the handsome gentleman with the beautiful new hat next to me told you all that information yesterday. So big win from the Brew crew. J-Bo, what's up, bro? No games for him today. No games. He's taking a couple days off. Sometimes you just need a little bit of a reset, yes. J-Bo, but we appreciate you still tuning in. Come and hang out. We will be here to give you the best show possible. Our guy, Casper, who comes to us live from the Faroe Islands. That's a real place. Google it. Crazy place. Casper, we appreciate you tuning in all the way from the Faroe Islands, brother. J-Bo saying Quinn Priester has been going crazy. You ain't lying. The dude is pitching out of his mind. So I'm sure when we come to his next start in, 5 days, that'll be, August 4th, JD will remind everybody of the beautiful stat that he has not lost a game, or they have not lost a game since he has started a game since May. JD, it's about time we do what we do on the show. We go over our recap. That is how we always start this show. So let's get into the Tuesday recap. I will go first. My parlay of the day, the Yankees and the Dodgers. It was the Yankees and the Dodgers? Let me double check. Yes, Yankees and the Dodgers. That did cash for us. It was a nice big plus money play. Our two free plays of the day lost. The Mets had a tough game. They lost late. And the Blue Jays, are they ever going to get it right, JD? Is it time maybe that we start not betting the Blue Jays like we have been, because they are going into a slump right now? So more to come on the Blue Jays as well. But that is how my day finished up yesterday. JD, how did you do? I know you did better than I did.
Yeah, man, had an absolutely massive day. We talked about how on actually Monday I had a bad day. That was my first real bad day in actually quite a while. Just kind of popped up there. But yesterday we bounced back big. Went 7-2. Had almost a 16 unit day. Absolutely massive. And the max play hit, that was that Phillies and White Sox over 8.5 runs. That one did come down to if you got the 8.5 or if you got the 9. So you either cashed or either you would push. So those that got in early with actually me got that win, and yeah, man, I'm feeling good.
Yeah, I was one of those who did not get in as early as you, so I got the push there. Great read. You had that one perfectly. Back over to the comments. Jared is here. Why does it not let me put up Jared's comments? I promise you, just because they are not the happiest comments, we are not putting them on the screen. It is not popping up for some reason when you comment in here that allows me to. We did go yesterday.
At the very top.
If you
scroll up to the very top.
Yes, here we go. Yes, yesterday our best bets did go 1-2. JD went 1-0. I went 0-2. As I said yesterday on the show, we recap it every single day. We tell you exactly how we did. We are not here to hide. If we do not have a great day, we will tell you we did not have a great day. But we are going to bounce back and have a big day. I did not have a good day yesterday, but JD did have a big day. So let's build off JD's big day and let's have a big win here. Let's get after it. All right, JD, we're going to start with the games if you are ready.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm ready too, brother. So guess what? We're starting. First game we're breaking down today is going to be the Cubs and the Brewers. Pitching for the Cubs is Shota Imanaga. Imanaga is 7-4 with a 3.12 ERA and a 1.04 whip. On the other side, Freddie Peralta. Peralta's 12-4 with a 2.81 whip. Let me tell you something, guys. Both these pitchers are very good. Freddie Peralta has been having a fantastic year. However, Shota Imanaga is coming in off his worst start maybe ever. Not just of the season, maybe ever. And it was against the White Sox last Friday at the White Sox. In that game, he was only able to go 3 innings. In those 3 innings, he gave up 12 hits, 7 earned runs, 3 homers, and only accumulated 2 strikeouts. That was the worst that I have seen Imanaga pitch since he's come to the United States and played in Major League Baseball. On the other side, like we were talking about with Peralta, he has just been an absolute cannon when he's been on the mound. I think that's the best way to put it when he's at home. He is 7-0 at home, which he's at today with a 1.5 ERA, one of the best home ERAs in baseball. He did, however, lose his last start at home against the Marlins. He only gave up 1 run, so you can't really blame him. But the Brewers did win the previous 4 games he has started before that. All that being said, JD, what you got?
To me, this was a very interesting game. And I ended up coming to a play here that I think most people are probably not going to like. But let me break this down here. Freddie, especially at home, he's been lights out. This has been a bet on guy. So as far as the Brewers being at this honestly low price, kind of had me wondering there. For a guy who's just been so good, the Brewers, as far as the bullpen, they actually definitely have the actually edge there. As far as the lineups, to me, there's kind of a wash. So why are the Brewers favored by just a small actually like amount here? And then when you dive into Freddie's numbers here, when you look at his advanced stats, especially his actually like FIP and actually things like that, I think Freddie's going to get hit soon. I actually really do. And then actually you have a Cubs team today that can definitely hit, and they are trying to avoid the sweep.
Yep.
So I do like the Cubs to really come out. I like them to put up a few runs. Then on the other side for the Cubs, you got Shoda on the mound. Just like you said, he is coming off a bad start.
That's putting it nicely. JD.
He looked really bad. I mean, really bad. But that is also a person that had been pitching well, but as far as as far as some of his advanced stats, looking at, it's looking like he can get hit.
Yeah.
And this last start, he definitely did. Now, could this be a great bounce back spot? Definitely could. But the Brewers, as far as their lineup, they have been hitting the ball. So for me here, I just think this total is just too low. I'm going to go with the over 7.5 runs here.
Well, JD is not often on this show. It really isn't. Oh, yeah. J-Bo, put it in the chat. Do the thing with the thing. I'm on the under in this game, guys. I do think this one will stay low with this pitching matchup. And with the weather today, I think the weather is a big factor in this game. First pitch is only going to be 70 degrees. It's going to be a colder day when they're playing this game today. And I do think this one stays low. I think we see a big performance out of Peralta. I think we see a big performance out of Imanaga. I think we do see a true pitcher's duel here. I think we do see these two teams go after each other. And I think this one does stay low when we get to the final score. I will be honest with you, though. I will be completely honest. I have already sent out my VIP card for my clients today. This did not make it. No play in this game made my official VIP card. But if I were to put something in this game, I would definitely take the under. I do think that is the right play here. 7.5. It is juiced on the under at -122. And like I said, I do think we see both teams attack each other via the pitching side, and we see a very low scoring game. But JD, it's not an official play for me. So if you get your over here, I am happy about it.
I mean, do you want to do the thing?
Which thing?
The little cluck thing.
I mean, but it's not like an official play of mine. Okay. I mean, if you want to do it, I'll jump in it because I do think it's going to happen. So you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. Can I find the graphic for it? Yes. For those of you, I think I was still muted. For those of you who do not know what a cluck bet is, you may be new to the show. If the game goes under, JD will show up tomorrow clucking like a chicken to start the show, which is what we all want to see happen. If the game goes over by some unpredictable reason that nobody could foresee, I will have to come on the show tomorrow and cluck like a chicken. So more to come on that. We do have a cluck bet on this game. All right, JD, ready to keep it moving?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, brother. Second game we're breaking down today is going to be the Mets taking on the Padres. Third game, I believe, in San Diego. Let's double check this one here. Yes, this is the third and final game of this series. Pitching For the New York Mets is Clay Holmes. He's 9-5 with a 3.4 ERA. And I'm going to be honest with you, JD, I could see this being one of the last starts we see out of Clay Holmes. I do think the Mets are going to make some trades for some big-time starting pitching help, and I do think the Mets may shift him back to the bullpen where he originally has been for the last 5 or 6 years, where he's been an all-star closer in baseball.
That's where he should be.
Yeah, the Mets really need some relief help, and he has not been great as of late. However, he has decent numbers on the year, but when you take a look at how he's done over the last month, it would scare me with his innings going up that high because he hasn't pitched that many innings recently. So I do think that will kind of correct itself as we go. But on the other end for the Padres is Yu Darvish, and Yu Darvish has been dog shit this year, guys. There's no other way to put it. He is 0-3 on the year with a 9.18 ERA and a 1.8 whip. In only 16 innings of work, he's allowed 21 hits, 9 walks, and 2 homers. He's getting tattooed and has not had control this year. All that being said, JD, do you like anything in this game? What are you playing?
Yeah, man, I do. This is a series that I have not played an actual game yet, but today I am jumping in here because as far as Darvish goes, Wish talked about him, I believe his last start, and he ended up giving 8 earned runs and 8 hits to the Cardinals. Did not have a good start. We talked about his age, and Darvish is 2 years older than me. So that means...
Wow, you're leaking. You're pulling the curtain back. People can go look that up and find out how old JD is.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can. But I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, that means you probably shouldn't be playing baseball. There are actually very few guys that can pitch and actually at that age.
Yep.
And he clearly does not have it now. So, man, this is a on the season, as far as his numbers, I'm sure everybody knows they're bad. As far as his ERA is a 9.18, he has a WHIP of 1.8. He's almost allowing 2 base runners on every single inning.
JD, what has he been? What has he been? What is our term?
He has been dog shit.
There's no other way to put it. That's the best way to describe what he's been. For sure.
For me, like I said, this is a straight fade here. But Clay Holmes, somebody that I just don't trust. So I'm not gonna. And then the Mets bullpen, I also don't actually trust them. So I'm staying away from all that. You can get the Mets team total over 4.5. I actually got it at plus 120. That was on FanDuel. And I believe you can still get a plus money about everywhere. And I think the value there is very good.
I'm taking the Mets, JD. I can't back another Yu Darvish start until he shows me something. He's an absolute fade. And I hate to say that because I've been a fan of Yu Darvish for years. He's been a fantastic pitcher. But you put it perfectly. Unfortunately, Father Time catches up to everyone. And he's had a ton of injuries over the last couple of years. He's had a lot of serious injuries that you don't always come back from. And he just does not look like the same Yu Darvish that we are used to and accustomed going out there and having some big quality starts. He's just not the same guy. Thomas, I am with you, brother. Thomas, I am with you. It is a little scary to take the Mets today because they have not looked great. There's no other way to put it. But before they got into this series, which they've not done well in the first 2 games of the series, they did turn it around and they were playing some good baseball. This is a very big game for this Mets team today. I do think they show up and have big performance. I know Clay Holmes has been a little iffy. I know he's been a little shaky, but I am confident this Mets team does turn it around. They do have a very good coach in Mendy. I am a big fan of their coach. I'm a big fan of the leaders that they have on this team. Pete Alonso, Francisco Lindor, Juan Soto even, I guess you can kind of consider a leader, even though that's not his strongest quality. But guys like Pete Alonso, guys like Francisco Lindor, they're going to have a team meeting. They're going to get this team rallied together because this is a big game for them. They can't get swept here. They need to win this game. And I'm very confident the Mets come out and they play a big game today. Yet again, Thomas, I agree with you. It's a little scary. I'm going to put it up again. The Mets stink. They burned him yesterday. And I know Soto is hurt, but he is in that locker room right now. He is a leader. That's why I'm talking about his leadership. They're going to have big meetings before this game and get geared up to win. This team should have no problem scoring runs today off Yu Darvish. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about how long can Clay Holmes go. But I do think it's a daytime game, which he has done a little bit better at. I do think we see a much better performance from Clay Holmes that we did in his last outing. Let's see a big Mets victory. This is a play that did make my VIP card. This is one I really do like today. So we are going to be on the Mets on the money line at a minus 108. We do have a comment here that I did not see before. JD, we're going to jump to this one because the game is about to start. J-Bo said he's not giving us any games today. He's taking a little bit of a break. So we got to go with what we got in here, my brother. So we're going to talk about the Blue Jays and the Orioles quickly here. The game, like I said, starts in just 20 minutes. Pitching for the Blue Jays is Jose Berrios. Berrios is 7-4 on the year with a 3.83 ERA and a 1.25 WHIP. On the other side, Dean Kramer. Kramer is 8-7 with a 4.23 ERA and a 1.25 WHIP. JD, this series has been crazy. Baltimore has just been dominating, to be honest with you. What do you think is going to happen in this one? Do the Blue Jays finally get one back, who are losers of 4 straight games? Baltimore winner of 5 straight games. Is that going to continue? What do you got?
I mean, yeah, the O's are definitely hot currently. They have Kramer on the mound, who is a guy I normally don't trust. But if you look at actually his home starts, he's been good. He's been pitching extremely well at actually home. And we got Jose Berrios for the Blue Jays, and he's somebody like I told y'all I will back him in some spots, but in other spots I do like to fade him. I'm not on this game here. This is a very early start. I just don't want to touch it. But I would have to lean with the O's here. I just have to.
So I have a fun little alpha nugget for you here. Okay. Vladimir Guerrero in his career against Dean Kramer has 11 hits. He's 11 for 31. He has seen him a ton of times. He's batting .355. In those 11 hits, 5 of them have been dingers for 11 RBIs. Vladdy has killed Dean Kramer in his career. So one bet I am playing today is going to be Vladimir Guerrero to hit a homer. This is strictly off how he's done in the past off this guy. I do think there's a very good chance he hit one today. And JD, you know this. How often do I come on the show and give out a home run prop?
That's very rare. I was about to say
very rare.
Price on that.
That's what I'm pulling up right now to get you guys the current odds here. So give me 1 second here. And Vladdy to hit a homer is plus 300. So that is exactly what I'm playing. The last time I came on here, JD, is when I gave out, I don't want to say it's Candelario because it wasn't Candelario. It was one of the guys on the Rays. Not Aranda, Caminero. Junior Caminero, and he went yard. So we have hit our last one. Let's build off that. That was about a month ago. We did hit it. I don't give out homer props often, but yet again, I do think we see Vladdy go yard in this game. I am backing the Blue Jays. Shocking to nobody. I don't think they get swept here. The lineup for the Blue Jays has seen Dean Kramer a ton. They have hit Dean Kramer very well. Bo Bichette has a 280 average off him too. So I do think in the early game here today, the Blue Jays get back on the right side, and they will get a big win here. So give me the Blue Jays, and I'll also let it know this is one of my VIP cards as well. This did make my client's card. So give me the Blue Jays. Let's see a big performance out of them today. Are we covering that game, JD? Hold on. We're not.
One other thing about this game here. As far as that home run prop, I definitely like that also because not just because his numbers he has, but it's going to be really hot, and we got wind blowing out to left field.
Yep.
That sets up just right for him.
And Dean Kramer throws it down the middle. I like Dean Kramer. I've been watching him for years. He throws a lot of fastballs. Vladdy's not a guy that you can pound fastballs to, especially with the wind blowing out. So I think that's a good recipe for Vladdy to go deep. Hopefully we'll still be on the air when he does that. David is here. What's up, David? Haven't seen you yet today. David is saying another dumb stat. Game 1. Baltimore becomes the first team with 4 home runs and 5 sacrifice flies in a single game. David, I love you. I love the little nuggets. I love them.
Yeah, you come in with some of the craziest but also coolest stats.
Yeah, so. They're always what's the right word? Not crazy, but they are deep stats. They're not surface level stats. Exactly. They're intriguing. So, David, please continue to provide that to us. We think it's fantastic on this show. Also, it's 100 degrees. That's what we were just talking about. The ball's going to absolutely fly in this game. All right, JD, we're going to pull this game up next because it is an early one as well, and our 2 later games that we still have scheduled are not this early. So let's pull this one up. JD, as my guy Stetsy Boy put it perfectly, JD's guy, Chris Paddock, who, by the way, I think I've said it on the show, I'm convinced his name was Chad a couple years ago. I've been calling this guy Chad Paddock for 4 years, so he's still going to be Chad Paddock to me. Pitching in this game is Ryan, however the hell you say his name, Reen Nelson. Reen Nelson is 6-2 on the year with a 3.29 ERA and a 1.02 WHIP. On the other side, making his Tigers debut, Chris or Chad. He must have changed his name from Chad to Chris. I'm very convinced of that. He's pitching his debut for the Tigers. He's 3-9 on the year with a 4.95 ERA and a 1.28 WHIP. Any action from you in this game, JD? And this one I'm going to say is Tradegate. Tradegate. Guys, the trade deadline's in 24 hours, and the Diamondbacks are supposed to be the biggest sellers of anybody in the deadline. So I just want to preface that when we're talking about this game, because this is Eugenio's last game. If he even plays, he didn't go yesterday.
He is supposed to play today.
Let's see here. He is in the lineup. Yeah. How have they done against Paddock in their careers? Terrible. Everyone on the Diamondbacks has done terrible against Paddock in their career. Against Nelson on the other side, the Tigers have hit him pretty well in small sample size. Leadoff guy Keith is 3 for 3. Kerry Carpenter's 3 for 6. Gleyber Torres is 1 for 2. Perez is 1 for 2. Torque Daddy's 1 for 4. Riley Green's 1 for 3. So it's small sample size, but they have hit him decently. JD, all that being said, our guy Thomas likes Detroit in this one. Do you have any action in this game? And I will go quickly and say, nada for me. Not on the trade deadline day with this team.
You know, I don't have any action, but I think I'm about to add it.
Okay.
Because I was very close to a play on the Tigers here. I just didn't like the price. It was in like the minus 140 range. I'm seeing now I can get a minus 125. As far as the Tigers lineup, I actually would like to pull that up. But the Tigers, like I was saying, over the past couple of days, they're just a funny team. But I feel like I have a very good read on this team.
Yes, you do.
This is another spot where I do want to back them, but as far as the Diamondbacks, this is a spot where I just want to fade them because they are having a fire sale, and you don't know what's going to happen there today. It's going to be nuts. They are just in another fade spot. As far as Paddock, yeah, like Joseph said, he's actually my guy. Yeah, he is my guy. He's my guy that I like to fade. Yeah. So it is tough for me to back him, but I do think the Tigers are the side here, and now they've gotten bet down into that price range where I think I'm going to jump in.
There we go. So JD's on the Tigers. I'm on stay the fuck away from the trade sale, from the fire sale. The best way to put it, JD, you put it perfectly. If any of you guys have ever played Call of Duty, Warzone, any of the types of games, you know when a fire sale pops up and everything's at a massively discounted price, welcome to today, because Arizona wanted to move guys earlier. When it's the last day of the deadline, it's not going to be to the full price of what they were expecting. So they may have to do some fire sale late in the day, getting guys out of there, not at a full price, because you have to get something for Eugenio Suarez. You can't keep him there. You have to get something for Merrill Kelly. You can't keep him there. You have to try and get something for Zach Gallen, although nobody wants him. So they have guys that they absolutely must get rid of, and every hour that goes by, the price on those players goes down. Because we all know they moved Naylor last week. They got the return they wanted. They got him out of there. They have not gotten the offer that they wanted on Eugenio Suarez. And a lot of the teams that were in the Eugenio Suarez sweepstakes are now out of the sweepstakes because they've made other deals, like the Yankees who got Ryan McMahon. Third baseman needing teams. There's not as many suitors anymore. So we'll have to see how this plays out. It's very interesting to me. But I know that the D-backs wanted a lot of these guys gone previously. So no action for me. Just too many question marks around this team. All right, JD. Ready to dive in? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wait, I am. Just one more thing there. We are halfway through our 4 scheduled games, and we already have 1,000 people in here live. So shout out to y'all. Yeah, let's go.
Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you being here. We don't want to talk to nobody, so please be here every day. We appreciate it. All right, JD. Next game we're talking about is going to be the debut of future Hall of Famer Austin Slater, traded from the White Sox over to the Yankees. Big debut tonight. Pitching in this game is Zach Littell. He's pitching for the Rays. He's 8-8 with a 3.72 ERA. On the other side for the Yanks is Willie Warren. Will Warren is 6-5 with a 4.82 ERA. However, the Yankees are home. Yanks had a big win last night. Even if Devin Williams gave the entire New York City area a heart attack by doing what he fucking does and allowing the first base runner on and almost blew the game again, he did not, and the Yankees were able to secure the victory. JD said a lot of bullshit entering this game as a joke, obviously, but this is a pretty good game, I think, to bet today. What do you got?
You are the Yankees guy, so I am definitely interested to hear what you have to say because I'm interested in a play. I just don't know if I can play it, though. As far as the Rays, they have not been playing well. We've been talking about this for at least the past week. They just simply have not been playing well. But the Yankees, they have Will Warren on the mound tonight. And the Rays lineup, they have a lot of lefty bats that they can stack against him. Tonight, they're also getting back Lowe, or Lau, whichever.
Hopefully. Well, actually, for me, hopefully not. You probably know where I'm going with this game, but I haven't seen a lineup yet. Our guy Patty's been waiting for this game, bro. I remember the intro. You were saying something about the over. Let's see what you got, JD.
And that's actually what I'm trying to actually decide between. I'm trying to decide between the over, or either taking this Rays side, man. The price is not really where I want it. I wanted to get them as actually a little bit bigger dog. That's why I haven't bet it yet. But gosh, but also besides how their lineup can stack here, as far as the bullpen, they have not used any of their high leverage arms, and the Yankees have. So as far as today, as far as the bullpen, they definitely have the edge there today also. So I'm leaning Rays. I'm definitely leaning over also. I have not actually placed a bet here, though.
I have, and it's nothing of what you said, because I am going to be on the Yankees in this spot today. Day before the trade deadline, the Yankees are making a lot of moves. But the good thing about the moves that the Yankees are making is they're not trading anybody on the active roster. That's a big thing. It seems like the Yankees are going down that path this year. So I'm not afraid of any of the guys in the active roster maybe having a lackluster game because the trade deadline is tomorrow. However, on the other side, the Rays are rumored to be sellers at the deadline. They've already gotten rid of their backup catcher in Danny Jansen. They've already made a couple more ancillary moves, and I do think they'll make more moves as we get closer and closer to the deadline. I know you were just talking about Lau coming off the IL. I almost called it the DL when it got us canceled. The IL today. Well, JD, I'm here to tell you I don't think he plays because he's being rumored to be traded to the Mets. Big target by the Mets right now. We're hearing that he coming off the injury, they may hold him out to see if they can get a deal done. They also have a lot of other players on their team that are rumored to be going in other trades. So I wouldn't touch the Rays with a 10-foot pole today strictly because it's the day before the trade deadline. I do think we will see some guys moved before this game starts. We could see the Rays have a completely different lineup by the time we get to first pitch. And I do think that we will see the Yankees have a big performance here. I do think Will Warren will have a big performance here. He does pitch better at home. I do think we will see that out of him today. Will Warren on the season has a near 5 ERA. But in New York at Yankee Stadium, he has a 3.02 ERA and he's got a 5-3 record. This Rays team has been dog shit. JD, you broke it down when we first started talking about this game. The Rays have been ice cold. They had one good game against the Yankees, and then everyone started fading the Yankees again. Don't do that. The Yankees are going to win this game, and we're only getting this low price because trade deadline, they just beat us a couple days ago, and the Yankees have Will Warren on the bump. But Zach Little's not a guy I'm afraid to bet against, and I think the Yankees offense will do enough to get a big win. Shout out to the chat. Our guy, Burnsy B, who is in Baltimore at the game, has everything going up there. Let us know how warm-ups are going. I think first pitch is in about 7 minutes. So enjoy the game, and let's go Jays. All right, JD, we got one more game we're going to be breaking in today that's pre-scheduled. If you guys have any other games you want us to talk about, y'all know what to do. Comments. We are here for you. All right, JD, last game we're talking about is going to be your Texas Rangers taking on the LA Angels. Pitching for the Rangers is Nathan Eovaldi, and every time you see Eovaldi's stats, my jaw kind of hits the floor. How is he still doing this? He's 8-3. That's not what's impressive. It's impressive. It's not what's really impressive. What's really impressive is his 1.5 ERA and his 0.88 whip in 96 innings of work this season. It's impressive that he's had 101 strikeouts and has only allowed 5 homers on the year. What does that tell you? When he gets hit, the ball stays in the park. He does not give up homers, and that's a great thing to take if you're back in the Texas Rangers. On the other side, Jose Soriano, a guy who we've talked about all year on the show, potentially a trade candidate, potentially might not be the starter when we get to this game tonight because this game starts at 9:40 Eastern time. A lot of time before then that he could be dealt. He's 7-7 with a 3.79 ERA and a 1.4 whip. All that being said, JD, the Rangers are a slight favorite, which is interesting to me because I do think the Angels are a prime seller team. What do you like in this game?
Yeah, man, this game is interesting, I think, just because of the price. Trying to figure out why it's priced the way it is. And, I think the Angels are going for the sweep here. And that's kind of the only reason why I think this is still in a, playable range here. This game literally just happened on July 8th. This same ballpark, these same teams, the same everything. This game literally just happened. As far as Evaldi, he pitched well. He actually went 6 innings, gave up 5 hits, gave up no earned runs, walked nobody, and struck out 6. On the other side, Soriano did not fare as well. He walked 5 guys, while giving up 5 earned runs, but only gave up 3 hits. His problem in that game was the walks. Man, as far as Soriano, we keep talking about him. He's somebody that I want to fade, especially at home. He does not pitch as well in his home ballpark here. This Rangers team that I've been talking about for the past couple weeks, they are a bet on team. Have they lost the past 2 games? Yes, but they're still what 7-3. Their actual last 10 games. They're actually still playing well. Well, the Angels, as far as their bullpen is, it's not great.
It's the Angels bullpen.
Well, guess what? They've also used their better arms the past 2 days. I do not think we're going to see those arms 3 days straight. Guess what? Texas bullpen is actually not bad. Guess what? They have not used any of their top arms. So for me, they have the actual starting pitching advantage here. They have the bullpen advantage here. Lineups, that's kind of a wash, maybe a slight edge, but it's pretty much a wash there. Man, I'm on the Rangers here. Can you try to help me explain the such price here?
Sure, it's a trap. That's the only thing I can say to you. I looked at this line. I was like, oh, my God, I'm slamming the Rangers. Then I clicked the game and went through it. I go, Nathan Eovaldi, this is a slam dunk. The Angels, they're a potential seller. Minus 120. How are we not going to bet this? And then I thought about it. Then I thought about it a little more. Hold on. Ooh, Jeremy Pena to be back with the Astros on Friday. Good to see there. That's a big add back to the bets. But back to this game. That's huge. But back to this game. This line stinks. Thomas, I agree with you. Everything screams Texas. But why? The Texas Rangers are only 56 and 52. Maybe they're going to be sellers. That's the only thing I think of, JD. Maybe there's a couple guys on this team that they're going to be getting rid of. Dulles Garcia's maybe a Corey Seager, maybe. Something doesn't make sense. Why are they a minus 120? They're such a better team in every way in this spot. So for me, it just doesn't make sense why the line is where it is. Does that mean I'm backing the Angels? Fuck no. Does that mean I'm backing the Angels? Hell no. But I'm still not going to take the Rangers. This one is one I'm just staying off. JD, anything else you want to add on this game before we dive into best bets?
Yes, I do have to say for this game, when I bet this action morning, I played this on a book where as far as the pitchers, I could list. And Good. On the Angels side, I put action.
Good. That's the only way you could bet it.
Because Soriano, like we said, he may not even be there.
Yep.
So I have this bet locked in no matter if actually he goes or actually not. And actually, if he doesn't go, the line is only going to get worse. So
yep, 100%.
So if you're going to do that, and if you're on a book where you can list your actual starters, that is how I would go about that.
I'd recommend approaching it the same way, brother. I think that's the only way you could approach this game. All right. Well, we still have 1,300 people rocking with us, and we're not even in best bets, and it's been a rather short show because our guy Jabo is not doing his job today. Jabo, we still love you, bud. What are you doing over there? All right, JD. Ready to dive into best bets, bro?
Let's go and do it, man.
Let's do it. Best bets for today, Wednesday, July 30th. JD, how many are you starting with? You got 1, you got 2, you got 19. What you got?
Well, the Rangers is definitely going to be one of them. A lot of these games, we've actually talked about quite a few games over the past 2 weeks that we've thought were trap lines, and we've been fine. So, I mean, I just know how this game sets up. I mean, if the Rangers lose, then the Rangers lose. But at this price, I absolutely have to play them here. Let me see what else I got for you here. I was going to give you all a tennis play, but tennis play I was going to give you moved.
Damn, JD, we got a request. We got a double request because Ben wants Miami St. Louis, and not only Ben, J-Bo also does. So should we pause the best bets right now and maybe do a little one more breakdown?
Yeah, let me just go and finish mine real quick.
Okay.
Then in the women's tennis, the Sakari match. Give me the over 21.5 games, and actually her match too.
She's a hot one. Hold on.
She's not bad.
No, she's not the one.
But she's not the one you're probably thinking of.
No, she's definitely not the one I was thinking. All right. We got a J-Bo game, combined collab game with Benjamin. We love when the two of our chat guys give us something to break down. So we're obviously not going to get off the show until we give you guys the games that you want. Pitching for the Miami Marlins is Cal Quantrill. Cal Quantrill's 3-8 with a 5.05 ERA. On the other side is Miles Michaelis, who is also dog shit. He's 6-7 on the year with a 4.95 ERA. JD, these are two seller teams.
Yep.
Two straight seller teams. Are you taking any action in this one?
I think this game is a coin flip. So the Marlins side would definitely be how I'd have to go. They were around the plus 125, plus 130 range. I'm not sure where they're at currently.
Same, plus 122. Same thing.
Okay. So that's where, I mean, it's, to me, this is a true coin flip game. So actually getting that much plus money on that one side would be how I'd have to go. But there's so many other plays I like today. This was an easy pass.
I agree. It's an easy pass. Normally, I would target an over in a game like this with these two pitchers, but with it being deadline day and both of these teams being projected sellers, we don't know what bats are going to be in the lineup. So, unfortunately for me, it's also a no play, guys, and it did not make my VIP card. J-Bo's dropping one more, and I promise this will be the last one, JD. I promise, because I have a play on this game. So, I'll break this one down. It'll be our very last one of the day. We got the Seattle Mariners. We have the I did it again. Oakland Athletics, Sacramento Athletics, Las Vegas Athletics, whatever the fuck you want to call that dog shit organization. They are hosting the Mariners in Sacramento tonight. Pitching for the Mariners is my guy, Brian Wu. Brian Wu is 8-5 on the year with a 2.91 ERA. On the other side is Jeffrey Springs, who's been pretty good. Despite his high ERA, that's a result of the stadium that he has to pitch in half of his games. He's 9-7 on the year with a 4.1 ERA. JD, I'm going to kick this one off. I am on the Mariners money line at a minus 145, guys. I do think the Mariners have a big performance here. We have two teams that are going in opposite directions. We could see the Athletics be sellers today, and the Mariners are going to continue to buy. Them and the Mets are my two projections for potential Eugenio Suarez. Those are the two teams that I think are now going to get. I originally thought it was going to be the Cubs. Well, I originally thought it was going to be the Yankees. The Yankees got McMahon. Then I was kind of thinking it was going to be the Cubs. But then we're hearing a lot of rumors of Seattle being very aggressive. And all the reports I'm reading is Seattle is going hard for a lot of different players. So the mentality of that team is high. The players are pumped because ownership is investing in this year's team and going out and trading rental players to try and make a push this year. The Athletics are the opposite. They're probably going to be getting rid of a couple guys, and they're going to be gearing up to get a team ready for next season. So for me, the better pitcher is by far Brian Wu. The better offense is by far the Mariners. And the price to me seems right where it should be at a minus 145. It's definitely an official play for me. And we're getting reports right now that Carlos Correa could be on the move back to the Houston Astros. He has just announced he is only willing to waive his no-trade clause to go back to Houston, and they are engaged in talks. Wow. Did not expect to read that. Glad we're still on the air for that, but that's what's currently going on in the baseball world and my prediction in the Mariners A's. JD, any play from you?
No, man, I do not have a play here. It would either be the Mariners side or either pass, and it would be the over or either pass. Today's weather there is great hitting weather. It's going to be super hot. The wind blowing out to left center field. We all know that ballpark plays very small.
Sure does.
So, yeah, Mariners or either pass. So that would also mean the Mariners team total over. I also don't mind.
Someone just DM me saying, how cool would it be if Carlos Correa went back to the Astros? It wouldn't be fucking cool. Fuck him and fuck the Astros. Pardon my French. That's my thoughts on that. All right. JD, do I do the graphic again? We're reloading back into best bets. Should I do it again? We're gonna do it again. We're back into best bets, boys. JD, just refresh the people on your best bets one more time. I know you already did it.
We're going to go with the Sakari match over 21.5 games. Then we're going to go with those Texas Rangers.
Wait. We're not counting that, are we? For the baseball best bet? Sakari? You know what? We'll take it. I'll allow it. I'll allow it because it's going to win anyway. So I'll allow it because we know our guy Gerald's going to be in here with a report for tomorrow, which I appreciate. We want you here doing that. So give it to us. We need that Sakari win on the best bets record.
And I do have a little update as far as on X. I gave out a tennis free play there. It is a parlay, and I do have to say Keys was a no sweat winner in the first leg of that. She won 6-2, 6-1. So nice no sweat there. We just need Mertens to now finish that out for us.
Let's go. Let's get that winner. All right. Is it my turn, JD?
Go for it.
By the way, Vladdy's up. He's got a 1-2 count right now. Perfect count to go yard and cash out plus 300. All right. My best bets today, boys, is going to be a New York special. New York. We're taking the Yanks, minus 135. We're taking the Mets, minus 105. And I got to add 1, 2, 3 today. Yesterday, our parlay fucking smacked. Plus 155, plus 160, right around that range, whatever you took it at. You're welcome. I got another one, and it's a plus 175 today. We are taking the LA Dodgers to beat the Cincinnati Reds. And we're taking the Philadelphia Phillies to beat the Chicago White Sox, who already started selling off pieces of the roster today. Slater to the Yankees. The house that Slater built, Yankee Stadium, all that. I do think that parlay is going to cash, plus 175. Yet again, Dodgers, Phillies, and remember, we're taking the Yankees, the house that Slater built in New York tonight, and the New York Mets. I got 3 best bets for the people. JD, we have 1,500 people on here before we're out of here. Unbelievable numbers today. We appreciate every single one of you in here. Degenerate fucks trying to win some bets. We appreciate every single one of you, and we love you. JD, do what you do so I can get my father out of my bedroom and I can make some lunch.
Yeah, guys. Appreciate everybody being here. If y'all can do just actually 1 or 2 things, help us out really quick. Just smash that like button. Just actually share the show for us. It's very easy. It helps us out so much. But yes, appreciate everybody being here. The chat today was absolutely great. Yeah, guys, coming off a big day. Let's have another one today. And let's do that thing that we do. Let's fucking win.
Let's circle the wagons, JD, and let's fucking win. By the way, Vladdy got out. He's dead to me. We only got 3 at-bats left. Let's get it. Thomas, we appreciate you, bro. We appreciate you. We'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. JD, I'll see you tomorrow, bro. Get ready to cluck.
See you then. No, you.